we're hearing from lawyers of the Rock Ridge School Board member who's suing her own district. Pollyann Sorcan says she's not being allowed to serve on as many board committees as other board members. The suit also alleges she was censured by fellow board members, but was not told any specific reasons for it. She's also looking to clarify open meeting laws. Her lawyer says she is not being allowed to attend committee meetings, even as a member of the public.
Their view is the open meeting law prevents a board member from even going to a committee meeting to be informed like any other citizen could at a committee meeting. So it's kind of, not only is it a censure, not only is it removal from committees, but it's this attempt to keep her away from those meetings so she can't even be informed as to what's going on in them.
Board Chair Bill Addy tells Northern News Now the lawsuit is being reviewed by the school's district legal team, and he has no other comment at this point.